Well. What's up, big Yas? They're calling him Big Yas. More like Big Ass. No, but they're calling him Big Yas. I've started to refer to him as Big Ass. No, but they're calling him Big Yas. However, me personally, I'm starting to call him Big Ass. No, but they're calling him Big Yas, though. But I'm thinking about changing his new name now to Big Ass. Because before they was calling him Big Yas. But now I'm kind of thinking like he might be starting to be called Big Ass. Okay, maybe I kind of sort of thought he used to be called Big Yas, though. But now you know what I'm thinking? Now you know what I'm thinking, y'all? I'm thinking his new name might be Big Ass now. You know, I used to be thinking like, dang, his name kind of be Big Yas, though. But then other times I'm thinking, so here's the deal about Yas. Here's the deal about Big Yas. I thought I was calling him Big Yas. Turns out I was calling him Big Ass. Here's the funny part about him, bros. To be honest, I always used to call him Big. To be honest, I always used to call him Big Yas. But then later on, at a different juncture, I started calling him Big Ass. Originally, in the first place, in the first part of the joke, I make you think that I'm calling him Big Yas. And then in the second part of the joke, I make you realize that the whole time I was just using it as an opportunity to call him Ass at the end of the before I was thinking like, dang, I do be calling him Big Yas though. But then on the other hand though, I'm like, wait a minute. I'm gonna have to be calling him Big Ass. Does that make sense, guys? So what's weird about this guy is we sort of have a nickname for him on the show. I think he's referred to as Big Yas. Everybody's been calling him this, right? Everybody's been referring to him as Big Yas. They're calling him Big Yas, right? So they're calling him they're calling him Big Yas, folks. They're calling him Big Yas. I've been calling him a different name. I've been calling him Big Ass, folks. Right? Stay tuned for more Red Shadow, guys. You know how it is. What's wrong with the quality? What's wrong with the quality, bro? What the fuck is you talking about, bro? Don't scare me like that, bro. Y'all can't be scaring me like that, dog. Here's the thing about this guy. So you think his name would be Big. So thing about this guy is, you would think his name would be Big Yes. Because of his name. But then you realize, wait, no. That's not Big Yes. That's somebody else. That's somebody ain't no ever. That's somebody ain't no. Ain't nobody ever be thinking about it before. Guess who that is? Y'all know who that is? Anybody know who that is? Anybody? That's not Big Yes. That's Big Ass. Isn't that right, Lucy? Where's your flicky thing? Why do you always lose your flicky thing? That's the scary part. I'm thinking like, nah, but where's your stick? Where's your flicky thing, bro? I'm always like, yo, where your flicky thing at, bro? No, but I'm always like, hey, yo, where your flicky thing at, bro? State your name. What's your name? I don't know what Yasser be talking about with this quality. It's perfect for me. Yasser kind of be crazy, though. How are you talking when you talking? Wait a minute. So, like, at the beginning, I thought his name might be Big Yes. Don't talk about y'all. But then I realized that his name might be Big Ass. Does that make sense? Guys, I have a question really quick. Does it make sense that I thought his name might be Big Yas, but it actually turned out it was Big Ass? Or So when it first started out, I was like, dang, okay, I get it. This guy's name is Big Yass. But then I realized, hold up, no, this guy's name is Big Ass. Stay tuned for more Red Shadow. Learn your lesson, folks. I had to learn this lesson the hard way. I just wrote it down in chat because I want to make sure y'all kind of be doobie. Because y'all kind of need to do understanding what the fuck I'm talking about, bro. Because I'm not talking about no big ass. I'm talking about that kind of like big ass. Know what I mean? Yo, Yasser, question for you, dog. Is there such a thing as an ass that's too fat? Get a load of this guy. So anyway, like I was saying, back in my day, we used to refer to this guy as Big Yass. However, more recently, according to some eyes in the sky that I had, we are now referring to this guy as Big Ass. Yep. That's the truth, though. Nah, but that's the truth, though. What are you talking about quality? What do you mean? What's wrong with the quality? What is wrong with the quality? So y'all understand the dilemma, right? Because before I was thinking to myself, I was thinking, wait a minute, what's this guy's name? And I thought, oh, yeah. That's Big Yass. However, upon second thought, I later realized it's actually Big Ass. Mm-hmm. Yep. Because I was worried, I was thinking to myself, what's this guy's real name? And what's his motivation? And I thought to myself, wait, maybe I know this guy's name. Yeah, I know this guy. His name is Big Yass. But I sat myself down and I said, Red, I said, RC, what is a red shadow? And I said, what is his name? That can't be Big Yes. That doesn't make any sense. No, I realized what it was. Oh, I realized what it was, all right. Mm-hmm. That's not Big Yes. That's Big Ass. So I was walking down the street the other day. Someone flagged me down. They go, RC, RC, oh my gosh, it's you, Red Shadow from the fucking show. I'm like, hey, what's going on? You know, you have to placate the fans when they show up. I don't want to. I fucking hate you. So I started going, okay, what's up? You know, hey, how are you? Blah, 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 all this stupid shit. Oh, hey, it's another fan. I was signing their tits and stuff because they were asking for autographs. I said, okay, well, goodbye. And they walked away and they went, hey, I gotta ask you this question. I said, what's up? You know, I'm like thinking about flicking them away like little fucking bugs, but I can't. Uh-oh, Stompy stomping. I hope Stompy doesn't stomp. If Stompy stomps, then he'll stomp right above my head. But anyway, these fans were like tugging at my shirt collar, like tugging on my arm, you know, flicking me in the nutsack. I was like, what? They're like, okay, we need to know something. Because, you know, all the fans, you know, you guys get together on your little fucking faggy Discord call shit and stuff like that, whatever. All your little social medias. You know, and you guys have your little club and everything, and you're like talking to each other, chit chatting away, going, what episode is your favorite? Oh my gosh, what episode is your favorite? You know, like little girls. I'm like cringing so hard. I'm cringing so hard. My face is like, you know, contorting into itself. It's creating a new vector of space in time because of how cringe it is. And you guys were like, and the fan went, okay, so for real though, I'm confused. I'm like, what's the fucking problem? They're like, you know that guy Yasser? I'm like, yeah. They're like, well, we think he's great. We think he's, you know, one of your best fans. He's cool. He does like to steal cat boys from us, but other than that, he's cool. I'm like, yeah. Tell me something I don't know. I know he's a cool guy. And they go, we're just a little confused though. I'm like, what? You know, I'm looking around. I'm like, looking around, like looking for an answer. You know, huh? You know what I mean? I'm just like looking around for an answer, like, huh? And I'm looking around, and they call him Big Yass, right? I'm like, yeah, everybody's always called him Big Yass. That's like his nickname. And they go, okay, that's fine. Well, how come I'm also hearing that one of his nicknames is Big Ass? And I'm thinking to myself, I don't know. Such is life, right, guys? Anyway, back to the game. Part of me wants to show you guys from this angle. So, unless anybody complains, that's how it's going to be. You know, I think that's fair. This is just a friendly reminder anytime you're thinking about, what you should be doing in any given instance of the show. It's written right here. Like, if you're like, is he being funny? Is he serious? Is he, whatever? Now you know. It's going to be really easy for you guys to see, so. Yeah, this is going to be easy for you to see. So what I'm thinking about doing, and I can't decide what is a better game, but what I'm thinking about doing is I feel myself, I know what's going on here. I feel myself getting sloppy. We're at the end game here. I mean, we've gone through 200 and what is it? 200 and something. Let's look just to see. Normally I'm like, never tell me the odds, but sometimes I just, I just look. I just want to look. 215 out of 286 achievements. Folks, we have 80 fucking achievements left. And I am not joking about that. We have 80, basically, one more and we have 80 achievements left. I mean, that's crazy. So we're at the end game. This is the last third. Now, we don't want to start it over. We can probably win from this position. Let's see if I'm right. So if you're just joining us, this is Sid Meier's Civilization 5 with the Brave New World expansion pack. This is one of the scenarios of the game. These are pre-built strategic nuggets where you're only given a specific set of tools to play with. And a specific need to do that more often. Definitely want to do that more often. This is what I'm talking about. That's what I just did there is what I'm talking about. Hold on, let me get my old reading glasses on. These are my Google Glass reading glasses that I need to be able to read. So, pardon me. I know it kind of kills the look, but just, I need them to see. So, I just need them to see, and there's nothing wrong with that. Is there something wrong with that to you? I don't know. So anyway. Is that a good angle? Is that cool with you? Is it close enough? Can you see everything? So there's two things I'm thinking about doing to improve my gameplay a little bit, speed this up, make this go faster, because we're in the end game, and I really want to, be done with this. And I mean, I don't want to be done with it, but or else I would be done with it. But anyway. I'm thinking about doing a little game, and I'm thinking about doing one shot for every time I either lose a unit, because if you lose a unit, because there are instances where you want to lose a unit in this game, just as there are in most games. Unless you're playing Fire Emblem, there's always a reason to lose a unit. Or there's usually a reason to lose a unit. Golden Age has dawned. We could not be happier about this. Goddess is gone. I refuse to accept that that is called anything other than Goddess. Please correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. It's got to be Goddess. But anyway, if you're just joining us here, the name of the game is we are going to be attempting to take over a Sassanid city. Now, at this time in history, Persia was being controlled by an empire called the Sassanids. So it's still Persia, it's still Iranian people. It's just, you know, their the specific subgroup or whatever however you want to say that is known as the Sassanids. Okay. This attacking this is great, I think. Something happened to this ship, and so now I don't trust it staying there anymore. And we have another one semi-close by. Not super close by, semi-close by, I would say. I don't think that makes any sense, man. I don't know why you would do that. Maybe here. Can't go in the water though, my friend. That's the only problem. Can heal for sure. You know, keeping this worker down here is a good idea for multiple reasons. Getting hit by this is a good idea for multiple reasons. That's not a good idea for you to do that. This is where I want to be. How do I get there? It's not going to work for me. Heal. So we got 359. I'm now thinking about getting a Cedar Hall for 550. But I'm also still cool with getting something else. Like an aqueduct would be great. Where would it take the longest to produce? Here, let's just get it here. Why not? Yeah, we'll do it. Whatever, you know, we have this little touchstone moment. It's the first building it's ever had. What's up, big yass? I was telling, oh, big yass, I've got a question for you. What do you think makes more sense? A drinking game where I have to take a shot every time I lose a unit? Or a drinking game where I have to take a shot every time I take an enemy city? We're about to enter into Moroccan territory here, folks. And I am not joking about that. We're about to enter into Kaput Vada, which is the capital. Every time I take an enemy city. Okay. I'm down with that. So that's the new thing that we're going to be doing. I actually want this worker to stay. How much did you take? 51. So technically, this, yeah, so we're all the way back here. So this hasn't even been done yet. So let's go here. What does that look like? 15, 10, 9, 6, 5, 2, 3, 1. Okay. It's fine. I wish you guys could get a little bit lower so that you guys could see Munchkin on my lap. Actually, let me make it all work. How's that? Hold on. We're almost there. See, this is a good angle to see the game too, right? You guys can all see the game perfectly, huh? That looks great, you know? See the game perfectly. The game is perfect because you can see it the whole game. That's blood. What's up, blood? What's up, big blood? Blood straight blooding. Blood is getting bloody. Blood is getting bloody to me. New angle. New angle on the show. Wait a minute. New angle on the show. So you can see the game perfectly from there, obviously, which is cool. Don't go that way, you fucking retard. Why are you guys wanting to go this way? What the fuck? So long to get up here. 10 turns. Is it time for watermill? I think it is. Okay. I'm trying to get here. So we can get here or here. And that is not the way, Chief. So, do you know that way? Great person. We're going to keep on. Okay, this kind of shit cannot happen anymore. If we're taking this game seriously, because we're getting into big boy territory, this is where it's going to become nearly impossible. Okay, I'm just going to be straight up with y'all. Y'all, I'm about to be straight up with you right now. Not but for real though. The reason I'm kind of keeping that worker there to do nothing kind of blindly is because Once we take kaput vada here in Morocco, we're going to be really cooking with gas here. My whole strategy revolves around how quickly I can basically get rid of oh, there's Butt. Blood, what the hell are you doing? What the blood? What in the blood? Blood is tripping. Blood was just texting me. I'm like, Blood, I'm right here. What's wrong, Blood? I'm right here, right? Yo, Blood, I'm right here. Okay. Dude, you better not fucking do anything stupid or you're gonna be in big trouble. Okay, Blood. Let's see ya, Blood. Okay, so there's an axeman here. Good to know. Can I make it to this? I can. Can I make it to, not this turn, but we'll get there. Oh, we'll get there. Pasture. So we're sort of back at this position, which, yeah, I'm not going to lie to you. This is not, I mean, there are things that there are pieces on the chessboard that would be different if, you know. So you got to move back. Like even you have to move back, and even you have to move back because this represents. It's called Vandal Axeman. No wonder it was so hard to defend against. There's literally a Vandal at the doorstep of Rome right here. I guess you could call that blood. I really want that for a shot, so I'm really gunning for this location here. Can't do nothing yet. Baby, can't do nothing yet. Yes, I'm done. Oh my. Okay, so I mean, we're going up against the strongest two, I mean, basically the same level, but two of the strongest powers in the game here. Okay. Well, this didn't end up working out at all. But this costs no movement. And we might live if we go that way. Maybe. I'm going to have to basically create a big distraction. What happens if I do this? What happens if I do this? Is this what I want to do? Correct. This, like this. I guess we just have to keep poking her to make sure she doesn't fall asleep and go like lay on my lap, right? Is that the key? Where are you going? I think, well, no. Oh, it's tragic. You got so lucky. Whatever mission you're on, bro, you're done. You go here. Yeah. It was worth it, kind of. Not really. Okay, well, this is the only thing they can do. And my use for these ships is nearly done, but not quite. So I don't think suiciding them is the right move. But I'll tell you what I can do with them. And I think I'm going to do it with this damaged one already. So I can use it as a shield. And you can actually do this in multiple locations. Well, you know, you can actually do this in multiple locations. So you're sort of waiting here, I feel. Oh, cool. One of our ships is ready to go. In 14 turns, it'll be right there. I mean, kind of just want to fortify. Good job this for us. Okay, so it's not foolproof. Not a foolproof plan. It's not. I think this is what we call a non-foolproof plan, honestly. Hey, where are my catapults at? No, but where are my catapults at, though? Wondering shall be mine. So you can attack this turn. You can only go here. So I think if I do this and this, it's fine. This is something I need to start incorporating now. Him attacking here and having this great general here, is that a mistake? I don't know. I want a Glock in my Rari. I mean, I could kind of put this on the other side of this to blah, 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 blah. Stop yapping, bro. Are these all... Could he enter here and get back up here in the same turn? I think he could. I'm going to save and find out. 425. Whoops. Whatever. Oh, another unforced error that I saved over. Gotta get the most use out of this then. Oh. Well, you know, what are you gonna do? Some of you may die, but that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. There's some ships. We've lost a lot of Pikmin. I mean, Pictish. So this is dead. What else is dead? Oh. Okay. So here's what has to happen. I can't hit it even on the hill. Tragic. Oh, how I want to do this. Oh, how badly I want to do this. You have no idea. Where's my next ship? Oh, I want to do it so badly. I think I will. No. I can't. What does this look like here? So 2 of these and we're good to go. This is going to have to be this. And then bye, Katie. I'm happy you're happy. Se olvida. Okay, here we go. Okay, interesting. Well, I always say that if a unit is not going to die for 28 June, then the correct move is always to shoot a unit. Like we could totally kill this one, right? Do this, do this? I don't know. Hey, yo, bingo, guess what? Your favorite show is right on my lap, boy. How'd that make you feel, boy? Hey, boy. My motherfucking guy. Guess what, bitch? Your favorite show right now happens to be sitting right on my lap, bro. Straight up. No doubt. Hey, here's the thing about your favorite show, bro. Your favorite show and everything like that. You might think it's your favorite show. But actually what's happening is your favorite show and everything, that happens to be on my lap, bro. And I'm not kidding. That's a forced error. Sorry, an unforced error. So what's this? So what this do be looking like? What's this? What's this all about? So what's this now? So I built a trireme there. That's like, bruh. Guess what, bingo bitch? Your favorite thing right now is sitting in my lap, bitch. Say something else, bitch. Ooh. Now, should I have moved it back? Could I have? I don't know. Ay, young boys. Back Julio. Honestly, not a bad idea to do that. Or this. These are both good ideas. So who's gonna die? Okay. An interesting series of events, but you know, who am I to judge? It figures. She's hugging me, bitch. Cause she know who the top dog is, bitch. Say that to my face again. See what happens, bitch. Come here, bitch. Okay, watch this. Okay, wait, hold on. Whoa. Look. Look it. Well, I can't hit that from over there, so I'm gonna have to do this. Meaning the correct move is to not play. No, but the correct move is to do this. And then it's to do this and this and this. And honestly, this and this and this. And here and here and here. Oh, that's clutch. That's really clutch, and that did not have to happen, so that really saved my ass for kind of no reason. Go. Here we go. Oh, okay. Here we go. Well, if it's saying it's going to die, that's a different story. But if it's saying it's going to live, that's a different story. Well, now there's no reason to take any damage, but I kind of would rather it take damage than the catapults take damage. So here, just in case, do nothing. It's amazing how often do nothing is the right move in this game. It's kind of strange when you think about it. It's like do nothing is an option. It's one of the options of this game, and it's like a very viable, good choice a lot of the time. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Dingo Panda, she's giving me lots of hugs right now. I switched them. Do something about it, but he can't even attack. This is so embarrassing. Wait, no, I did that this turn, I think. Never mind. Okay, choose production. We're gonna go with a composite moment, bro. To get controversial with it. I'm messing up this bitch's comfort spot, and if you got a problem with that, I'm gonna mess up your comfort spot, bitch. Inside of your asshole. Fucking bitch. Come here, bitch. Don't go there. Don't be gay. Hey, guess what, bitch? I am funny. Oh, who killed that me? Oh no, I got killed dead. Sheesh. Bro, already didn't know that I was supposed to do that, bro. Okay, well, ready for action. Ready for action. Look at that. That's a lot. That's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. I'm gonna have new outfit, new look. Looking so fly. 2026, here I come. The year just started, but I haven't even begun to get going yet. Damn. Shoot, look at these new threads. Y'all can't even believe where I got these from. Ask me where I got these from. Sheesh. No, but ask me where I got these from now. Sheesh. Sheesh. No, but ask me where I got these from, though. Sheesh. The store. Why are you getting attacked by that? Pissing me off right now. Oh, sorry, I should have clarified. It's called Dusto. Yeah, Dusto. It's DA. It's got DA on the front of it. Dusto. We call this place Dusto. Okay. Someone banned this guy for 36 hours. Okay, but someone banned this guy for 36 hours real quick. Someone banned this guy for 36 hours real quick. Okay, but somebody banned this guy from 36 hours real quick, actually. Okay, somebody banned this guy for 42 hours real quick. Thank you. Okay, somebody banned this guy for 6-7 hours though. What do we need in our composition? Bingo Panda, what do you think is the best unit to build right now from Dino Wing? Okay, Bingo Panda, can you just tell me which unit to build in Dino Wing? Yeah, I understand that. I'm asking you which military unit do you think is the best from these options? There's no archer. There's no archer to build here, buddy. Okay, you can look at the screen right here, bro. It's not hard to see the fucking screen. What are you talking about? Anyway, just pick which one you want. We're 29 turns. Starting to get a little worried here, folks. This has to work, though. It has to. It has to work. It has to. 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 Oh, where did he go? Who did that? Who said that? Oh, unit promotion? Oh, this one? No, this one. Oh, yeah. Okay, we're going to go with. Okay, can we kill it this turn is the question. So we just do it really stupidly and quickly just to say. So we just go bam, bam. She is sleeping. Yeah, I'll lift her up a little bit so you can see. Sleeping like a baby, guys. Just dead asleep. No, can't quite do it this turn. Even if I pull some strings. So next turn. Next turn. But good to know. Probably not worth losing a catapult then. Almost certainly, especially because I have other ranged units that I could use in this instance. You are evil, you fucking faggot. I hate you, man. I fucking hate you. You are evil. 100%. I'm glad somebody called you evil. I wish I could shoot it, but I can't. This isn't what, Mike. Doesn't work. If this one goes here, can it shoot it in the same turn? Fortunately, I don't think so. Oh, like you don't know you're fucking evil, you fucking nasty monster. I hate this guy. And I can't be the only one. Yeah, I would call you a monastery for sure, dude. I would call you a monastery. And I'm not afraid to say it for the people in the back, neither. You are a monastery. No, but you are, though. Notice how he says okay, because you don't have anything to fucking say. You know that? You got us in this mess. You know that, right? Do you know how little fucking people care about this? And now I have to do this because of you, because of the Mega T virus? Shut the fuck up, boy. You should be on your fucking hands, and he's begging me to even talk to you. What'd you say, bitch? Fuck out my face. Computer, ban this guy. Kind of looks like a seahorse, doesn't it? The map. Well, that's not good. So this always happens, no matter what. Can we next question. Once again, can we kill it this turn if we just do gangbusters? If we just go crazy right now? Can we? Oops. Oh, no. I didn't think so. Just, just do it stupidly, quickly, because it takes less time than doing it smartly and correctly. She is kind of camera shy when you think about it. She does not. I know. You know how many fucking videos I've tried to fucking put together and put on the channel and it says error, mega T, he. It won't let me do any other program or anything else other than this game. I haven't played another game on my computer. For months. I'm gonna fucking kill you in real life if you keep this up, man. Don't think I don't know your address, but boy. Nasty boy too, huh? Sick fucker. This guy's a sick fucker, dude. This guy's a fucker, bro. I can't believe they don't have any Navy. That's the weird part. Corralium. I think we're running out of turns where units are going to be able to reach, or I need them to reach, basically now. It's like building units is basically done. So it should just be things that are not. Good question, Bingo Panda. So we tried, just to briefly go over it with you, we tried going east here, straight out of, London, and, over this way, we got to the Franks. They just are too strong. So we're not going to try to fight them. It's too much. And I said, okay, so you can't go to France. Well, this is modern day France, but you can't go to like what was contested French territory over here in eastern France, and then just go down. Okay, whatever. You obviously can't get to fucking Persia from just heading east over this. You know what I mean? You also cannot cut a path, a land path between. I mean, maybe you can, and I just did it wrong. I was close on this attempt. But you can't also not go through this way, destroy this, go all the way down to Rome, destroy Rome, or somehow get around it, go in the water, go over North Africa, go to Egypt, cut through Egypt, go up to Iran. You can't do that anyway. What I've decided is the correct route is this way. So how long is this going to take to finish? 7 turns? Maybe this is the very last troop we're going to build. I think a granary is totally fine here now that we're switching. I think this has to happen next, right? That's just missing a missing piece to this puzzle. But anyway, so yeah, I took a completely different approach to it. I said, okay, so we can't go east, we can't go southeast. We certainly can't just go south and just cut through this area. It's the same shit, right? No matter what. So I said, okay, fine. Let's do this. let's take Western France, Western Spain, cut through Morocco, wave to our buddy Yasser along the way, and then sail with ships and our troops in the water all the way across the sea to Egypt, destroy an Egyptian city. We have a clear path straight to Iran from there. Problem is I have 27 turns left. You better believe this game needs a lot of patience. Bingo Panda, you said it, man. You said it, bro. That is very true. You cannot be hot-headed if you play this game. Oh. Okay. This always happens. Let's save real quick. No, not yet. Next turn, 100%. Next turn, 100%. Yeah. So we can take kaput Vada next turn. Next turn. Next turn. Next turn. Okay. Continue your journey. So watch me go crazy right now. So just in the hopes that he won't fucking hit my catapult, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna bring you here. I'm gonna bring you here. Keep in mind, we will get kaput Vada next turn, no matter what. We are going to get kaput Vada. You motherfucker. If I did this flawlessly, it would work. It might not work this time because I didn't, do it flawlessly, but let me tell you something. If I did this flawlessly, it would work. I'm telling you right now. I know it seems stupid. Why are you going west, RC? Why are you going west? Isn't Iran to the east of the United Kingdom? It's like, yes. Look, I was right. What? Dude, this... Okay, we take it this turn, right? No matter what. Let's save. There we go. We kind of have to. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. We don't take it this turn? What happened? Whatever, man. Whatever. I have a lot of patience. You guys know I have a lot of patience, right? This guy's gonna come and kill something. That's the problem. Like, hold up now. Wait a minute now. No. 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 Why did I do that? Is that the right play? No, it's not. Why did I do that? We'll see if it's worth restarting. I don't know. Something just told me to do it. Maybe I had a little devil on my shoulder or something. I know I said that was the last unit, but if this one's fine, then this one's fine. Build 2 Pictish, 1 Iron Swordsman, what's it called? I've only played the game. Listen, I've only played the game 1,000 hours. I don't know the names of the units. Okay? Give me a break. Like, this always happens. I should have been, I don't know, I'm feeling down about that. I don't know why. It's okay. Let's just all chill out. We're about to get a big gulp of... Right, I know. How is it possible? There's no way, right? I'm glad somebody finally said something. But, well, first of all, the first thing I'll say to that is, I agree with you. I agree with you. There's no way. Because how the fuck? It's the opposite fucking direction. You're going towards Spain to get to Iran? It doesn't make any sense. But I did try 2 other routes before this, and I mean, you could argue that they did work. Like there was a universe where if I played them right, it did work. This finally arrived. 12 turns. I know. I know. I know. I know, it's crazy. It's like, you can't do that. Right? Isn't it? It's kind of like, you can't do that. You can't do that. That's great. Yeah, why do you make it impossible on yourself? Damn it. It's a fucking sliver, bro. It's a fucking sliver. Trade with me. Oh, it's a sliver. I'll tell you what, Bingo Panda. Just so that I'm showing somebody this and making sure that I'm not crazy, we're going to talk about it really in depth. Just give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I'm bitch slapping a fool. Okay? And when you bitch slapping a fool, best be quiet. Best to be quiet right now. Hush, little baby, don't say a word. Daddy gonna smack a bitch up. And if that bird, Daddy gonna have to smack a bitch up. Okay, we get it this turn. We get it this turn. You want me to prove it? Yes or no? You want me to prove we get it this turn? I'm not even gonna look. Watch. This is how little looking I'm gonna do. Told you. Excuse me, bartender, 1 shot, please. Here's what's crazy right now. But don't fuck with me, bro. Don't fuck with me or you gonna go kaput. Just a quick question, because I know that we have at least one foreigner in the chat right now. If I say that something is kaput, do you know what that means? Okay, interesting. Because in common English phrase is kaput, like something is kaput. I don't know how they spell it when you're writing it in a sentence, actually, in an English sentence, but it means it's done. Something's kaput, it's done. The place we just captured is called Kaput Vada. I guess that's a real historical name for the capital of Morocco in 444. What? AD. What? 444? We just took the capital. So imagine in your head. So let's talk about this a little bit, okay? Imagine in your head the map of the world. Many people are geographically illiterate. They have no idea where anything is on a map. No idea. Couldn't tell you. But everybody pretty much knows where London, England is, right? Everyone knows where England is. I mean, maybe some people don't, but it's so, that shape is so distinct. Like, I don't know. What do you think is, I guess the answer is China. But what do you think is the place that the most people in the world would be able to identify correctly on a map? No, the most people. I'm talking about there are allegedly 9 billion people in the world. Okay, what if I brought out, would you, how do I get this cat off my lap? So, just reaching down to get something. No, I know, but I'm saying the most people in the world. Like, what do you think that they would be able to identify on a map? Like, if you asked every single person in the world to label every country, which country from all the people in the world's papers would be filled out the most times? I think it has to be China, because I imagine, listen, I don't think that the statistics about how many people there are in the world are true. I'm going to start out by saying that. As in, oh, who said that? So what I'm saying is if you didn't understand, no, get the fuck out of here, Australia. You're just saying shit to make me mad now. Shut up, bitch. I don't think the first thing you have to understand is how many people from that country know where their country is. That's the first question you have to answer. How many people from that country know where their country is? Like, I think, for example, in the United States, people are pretty geographically illiterate. Like, I don't think that there are many people who know a lot about geography in this country. But like, don't you think that the first answer has to be China? No, I'm saying it's not. I feel like it's a pretty easy concept. Maybe I'm crazy. Am I crazy, Lucy? I feel like it's just a relatively simple thing that I'm saying, which is if you took all the people in the world, let me just explain this concept. So if you took every single person in the world and you handed them a piece of paper, and the piece of paper had on it a picture, a drawn picture, how about, on a map of every country, but there's no names on any of the countries. So it's every country in the world. They're outlined. And I can show it on this TV if you still need an example and you still don't understand it. Are you finally seeing how cool the show could get eventually if I really work on this and I make it somewhat of a priority? Got this right here. This sucks. I don't want this here. I have to have it here for this. I already put them here. Anyway, and I could turn this and I could go, look, this is what I'm talking about. Here's the map of what I'm saying. The game's still here too, if I need it. You know? Anyway, a map of the world with no labels on any of the countries. You print it out. How many people do they say are in the world now? I don't believe them, but how many do they say are in the world? How much are they saying now? Shit, where the fuck are you, bitch? About to get real mad right now. About to get real mad right now. Y'all want to see me get mad right now? Y'all about to? No. Where the fuck is it at? How many people are in the world right now, according to you? How many do you think? I don't know. Boys, I don't know. Dang it, boys. Well, I have to go manual. Where is it? Dang it. Okay. No, you just need a solution. Okay, Bingo Panda, I ask you a simple question. How many billions of people are in the world right now? They say billions now, right? They say that there are billions of people in the world, right? Isn't that true? How many billion people do they say are in the world? Can't cut off New Zealand. I was gonna say, I'm really not cutting that many countries off, but if we're gonna do this, let's do this correctly. Okay. Bingo Panda, my friend. Question for you. Can you see this map? And also, you're not my friend. So Bingo Panda thinks that there are 2 maybe 3 billion people in the world. Okay, that's fine. Doesn't matter for the question, but hold on. By the way, cheers, everyone. Cheers to Kaput Vada. For some reason, my little special friend glass is missing right now, but we're gonna be going with just, you know, I know how to pour a shot without, you know, I don't need a. I don't need a shot glass. I know how much it. Look, gang, I mean, look, I'm not gonna lie to you. I've poured enough shots in my life. I know. Gang, look, I poured enough shots in my life. I know how big a shot is. Okay, so you don't have to worry. I don't need my shot glass, but. All right, congrats to everybody. 3, 2, 1. So anyway, like I was saying, Howie. Just yesterday I made a game plan. Every city that I take, it's gonna be one shot. So get ready for my big come up. Just a little water, I'll be fine. Just a little water. Oh, water goes right through me. Folks, I need just a quick pee break to piss out of my hole. So yucky. Anyway, back to what I was saying before. Okay, so geez, how many more cities do we have to take? So here's the map of the world, okay? And I'm kind of fucking covering it up with the chat. Hold on one sec. But you guys can see this, the map of the world and everything, right? If I just do this, y'all can see that. We don't even have to include us, Alaska, because it's just, But anyway, it's the map of the world. Bingo Panda thinks that there are 2 to maybe maximum 3 billion people in the world. Sorry, I gotta adjust my glasses here. I mean, I could see there being that many. I could also see there being more. I could see there being less. Depends on how you look at it. But imagine, if you will, that 7, you hand out, like, the biggest company in the world ever prints out 2 to 3 billion sheets of paper, and you hand them out to each individual across the entire planet. You go across this way, or however you want to say that. Go across this way, and you just hand every single person one form. It's bigger than this, but it's a piece of paper, and you hand it to them, and a pencil, and you say, okay, Rajit, okay, Umbugistan, okay, Gerald, okay, Vostyakit, okay, Stunkalashit, okay, Bruce, okay, Israel, okay, Ajijam. You say, okay, Rosita. You go, okay, Pablo. You hand out, you go, here you go, Jeremy. You go everywhere in the whole world, and you hand each and every person that's living in all of these places, whatever these actually look like or whatever, and you tell them, okay, so here's this piece of paper. Never mind the color coding. The colors have nothing to do with it. In fact, it's in black and white, and they have their pencil, and they go, okay, so now what you have to do is you have to write the name of every country in its borders. Canada, the United States, Mexico, Brazil, Chile, Argentina, Peru, Uruguay, whatever all those countries are. England, the United Kingdom, Ireland, however you want to do it. Italy, Greece, over here, Spain, France, Libya, Egypt, Turkey, Russia, India, China, you start naming them, you fill them out. Right, you do it in preschool, exactly, right. At these, you do this in preschool. So so that happens, and it goes to each person in the entire world. Well, first of all, let's say there are 3 billion people in the world. You're probably getting less than 1 billion back. Probably less than 1 billion back. Probably, if that. Less than 1 billion back. I would guess way less than 1 billion back. But who knows, okay? Because what happens? Okay, well, if there's 3 billion people in the world, then like 1/3 of that are probably like either infirm or a child. Okay, so that, I mean, do you even trust people who are of that quality? But anyway, whatever. You get the amount that you get back. Which country on this map do you at home feel would have the most responses, the most people? I'm not showing New Zealand. It's the only major country that's missing, but what's a worse reality? I think this is better than the other way around. But anyway, you fill all these out. Which country has the most people knowing where it is correctly? Was getting caught part of your plan? So which country? What do you think? I'm interested to hear all of your answers at home. My answer is probably China. Why do I say probably China? Well, in the framework of how I created this hypothetical, all of the people from China, all the people from Russia, all the people from the United States, all the people from Iran, all the people from, these big countries, these power players, they're all taking the test too. And it's not always true, but usually people know where their country is. Whether or not they know where their country is and what it looks like varies depending on so many things. The depressing thing is, I would bet you half of the average population of most of these big countries could not tell you where their own country is on the map. Straight up. So you first have to ask the question, it's not only which countries have the most population, but also which countries provide a through line that values and perpetuates some form of national identity into its population. Well, that's a huge factor, Bengo Panda. There are, as far as I understand, I don't know what the truth of how many people there are on the planet. Right, like, isn't China one of the most populated countries in the world? It's like China, where you're from, India is really populated. This is what I hear. I don't know what's true and what's not true. So out of any single country, which country would get the most responses? Well, probably we want to start with, in terms of likelihood, the ones that have the most people. So China, India, Russia, the United States, But I'm saying even non-Chinese, so the reason it's all China, whether I'm referring to people from China who know where they live or people who are not from China who know where China is because China is not only large, but also extremely relevant in terms of the geopolitical landscape. They're always being brought up and are not, of course, just being brought up here in the United States, but all over Europe. I'm sure in the Mid-East, of course, China's, probably a factor, but not. Yeah, it has to be China, right? I mean, just by logic. I mean, if you really actually did it. But anyway, I don't know what the sphere of influence, where their sphere of influence starts and ends. I don't know, because I don't live there, where in the Mid-East, this country, I don't know. I really don't know what it's like. Because in America, of course, there's this disdain for China because they're one of our biggest competitors. So there would be tons and tons and tons and tons of Americans who would be able to tell you where China is. Probably not that many. I'm guessing about a quarter of the population could do it, if that. That's maybe on a good day. China is top 5. Yeah, but the shape of the countries because you know where the country is, right? Most of the time. I mean, you see them isolated often as well. You will see, especially the extravagantly cut ones, like, of course, Italy and Australia is extremely recognizable. That's probably why you were saying Australia. The United States, the mainland, is extremely recognizable. China is very recognizable. It's the chicken. They always say it looks like a chicken. It's hard to mistake that as being China. So on basically any metric that you can go off of, it's probably China. Of course, none of this is even dipping into, and of course, I could also make an argument that because the United States has been the West's captain, so to speak. So, all of Europe, Western Europe, Australia, it is the West's. Sorry, I'm such a geopolitics nerd, so we got stuck in this now. But because the United States ostensibly rules the West, these countries all have to pretend to hate China too. So they also would probably have a disproportionately large amount of the population be able to identify that China is here and this is China than countries that don't interact with China as much. All right, what's your counter argument then, Bingo? Fucking panda. I can't believe I have to wait for this one. It's not even going to be a good argument. It's actually helpful to have this map up. So this was all just a ploy because I just want to have a map up. And I'm just asking you guys, if you think that's cheating. Because I needed to explain this next concept anyway. And it's kind of, we don't need more of the world than a very specific section. So we will be zooming in on the relevant landmass that we're discussing very soon. But we're not doing that right now. We're going through this. So why in the world are you saying that, Bingo? Fucking idiot. Because what country? Okay. Here's how I want to approach answering what you just said. Okay. And this is kind of dishonest because this is not how you treat somebody you're in a debate with. But I'm going to do it anyway because you owe me $50. But anyway, this is Russia, of course. Just making sure everybody knows. They're kind of in the news too, alongside their chicken-headed cousin over here. And there really are 3 players in the world. The West, these puppies, okay, and then all this. But the only reason that this is even relevant at all is because we're fighting over it. Okay, but I would, just to address the second point that he said, which is so stupid, I can't even believe it, but, okay. Try to be nice, okay, RC? Anyway, Just try it once. Just a second. I'll address that actually in the order that it was received. This is one of the most relevant countries in the world, maybe the most relevant. I mean, the United States is the most relevant, obviously. This is one of them, and the whole world's Russia. Russia would be another really populous answer. I would say it would be in the top 5 at least, maybe higher. Brazil would be up there, just throwing some names out. Okay, why are you making this about the continent of Asia? That's what I can't figure out. Who is looking over here for China? Forget the continents. These are connected, if you didn't notice. They're 2 continents. This shit is a continent. Just all this random shit over here. This is a continent. There's an unpictured continent right here. This is a continent. Try not to include the United Kingdom. And then this is a continent. Forget the continents. It's all made up, but that's extra made up. Forget Asia. Why are you talking about Asia? We're not talking about. We're not talking about. I don't know what to say, man. Pisses me off sometimes. But anyway, back to my point. Not only do you have everybody in China, you have everybody in Russia, and elephant in the room, India, who they literally fight with all the time. So China is attacking the United States. Nobody's shooting anybody. They're killing us in a different way. They're killing them literally. They're doing what I just did to Kaput Vada in real life. This is history, folks. This is the whole point. So it's China. If anybody has a different answer, let me know, but that's my reasoning. If anybody has a good argument against what I said, let me know. Anyone? Bueller? It's either going to be China, India, Russia, the United States, or Brazil. That's the top 5. I think. Everyone else is just a city-state in those guys' games. Pretty even teams. I think the Northern Hemisphere on the America server got the best loot drops, you know? Now, these are not to scale, obviously, and who knows what the truth is, but the places that we know in the world are obviously positionally where they are. No, don't try to be nice. If you have something that counteracts what I'm saying, then say it. Because the most people in the world live where I suggested. Russia, China, India, the United States. Not even that many in the United States, but it's also getting huge points for being the country that everybody knows. Although it's going to be obviously changing, I'd say soon, but not super soon, but we're losing our power, obviously. Everybody knows, and the top three are basically these three, and they all know each other. Who's in the middle? The two of them. It is about where you are on the map, but not the way you think. You think a motherfucker in Ghana knows where Australia is? That's your argument, right? That it's Australia? Or Japan? You think that someone from Madagascar knows where Japan is? Why? Because they're both from an island. Are you fucking nuts? Tell you what, though. A Malagasy person, someone from Madagascar, they might know where China is. That's the scary part about China. China. Anyway, so that's what our president sounds like in this country. Why don't you think so? I'm waiting, bro. No, it's not anyway. Go ahead, motherfucker. Tell me why it's not China. Explain your reasoning for fucking Japan, first of all. Japan. And then explain your reasoning for fucking Australia. Bro, I don't think you understand. Nobody here knows where the fuck we are. Let alone outside. What you thinking, boy? Don't be crazy, Bingo Panda. Doesn't work like that. Just because you know we're Australia. You were literally using that argument on me. You were going, well, just because you know. Bro, just because you know. I want to go to Australia. I hear babes are so hot there. I want to go to Australia. Yes. Oh, yes. Thank you very much. I want to get. That where you want to go? Because you know that the fucking beach babes are fucking swimming around and getting on the surfboards and just hanging out, having some, surfing turf, throw the fucking VB in the ute and enjoy their day. It's just an easy life, It's just easy. Doesn't matter what you do, you enjoy yourself. Is that where you want to go? Find the first place I can go where I won't be judged for my size. That's how bro sounds, by the way. Y'all have to pull up that fucking call. Can somebody pull up that fucking call way back when, bro? Holy. You see the guy and you're like, damn. And then you hear him sound, you're like, that's exactly how he sounds too, huh? Oh my God. He goes, bro, literally shut the fuck up. Fucking. Fucking. Anyway. If you have something to say about why it's not China and it's substantive and you want to discuss it, we can. If not, you lose. So here's the cutoff point. You lost. That is one part of one piece of one thing that I said, yes. Good comprehension. That doesn't... Why doesn't it make sense? So you think the United States would win over China is what you're saying right now. Say it right now, if that's how you feel. Because it's not fucking Australia. Or Japan. Okay. We can have that debate. I think that is a debate to be had. Because it's in my top 5. So you tell me why you think it's the United States and not China. And I'd be willing to listen. Because I think it might be the United States. My vote would be China, but I'm really open to the idea. I think it might even be my second pick. So go ahead. And I might let you win this time. If you get enough right. Fucking dumbass bitch. It's 11:11. Make a wish, kids. Oh, my fucking back. It's like, what the fuck? No, it's my back. It's my everything, bro. Oh, my fucking dick. Appa sneezer. Appa sneezer. Y'all ever hear about Appa sneezer? It's a real cheeser. Beezer. More like amphitheater. Appa sneezer. Oh. Well, better put my dick away. Right, let's see what cool response he's written in all that time I gave him. Let's see what cool, funny response Bingo Idiot came up with. Oh, nothing. Wow. I'm shocked. Look, I get why it could be the United States. And the central question that I'm trying to ask is how well do you think the mechanics, that is the gameplay, the way it feels to control the... All right, we have a response here. Let's say I'm going to read it out loud without thinking about it and just read it out loud. Could say anything. Could say my name and street address. Hopefully it doesn't. Let's say the person giving their opinion knows nothing about countries at all. But they could still probably guess where the USA is based on the oceans, its shape, and its position on the map. And it's also a country that has been more internationally recognized and influential than China for a much longer period of time. Okay, well, let me ask you this follow-up, Bingo Panda. Let me ask you this follow-up. Now, knowing what you know, you can only know what you know. I don't want to hear anything that was pulled off of an online forum. I don't want what your favorite YouTuber says. Me. I want what you think when I ask this. Knowing what you know about the world, as in where each country is, yourself, you yourself, if you got this map, how many could you fill out? Just ask yourself that question. And then ask yourself why. Like, what do you know about history that allowed you to accurately put places on the map? Obviously, you're not going to get all of them. Nobody is, except for like the top 1.00 whatever 1% of the population in any given country, let alone the educated ones. But how much of what you know about history and geography and geopolitics, how well does that, what happened and how it happened and whom it involved, how well does that transcribe itself onto the mechanics of Sid Meier's Civilization 5 with the Brave New World expansion pack to you? And you can just answer good. How about this? We'll do a 5-star system, just random. 2 thumbs up, 1 thumb up, 1 thumb down, 2 thumbs down. And neutral. If you do neutral, though, I'm going to beat your ass. If you say neutral, you have to give me the explanation with neutral so that I don't get angry. Just so I know that you're not fucking with me. I know you wouldn't fuck with me. Okay. I agree with you. It was not the easiest question wording-wise, okay? But it's a fairly simple, I'll simplify it super easy so that you can just answer. It's basically I'm asking you a yes or a no. But I'd like a very true, kind of true, not true, or really not true. Or if you want, you can go neutral. Knowing what you know about history, how well does the gameplay of Sid Meier's Civilization 5 with the Brave New World expansion pack portray what history feels like to control? I can ask it again. If you still don't understand, I can totally ask it again. It's a really reasonable number. I might get close to that number myself, depending on the day or which part of the game that you're asking about, because obviously there are different parts of this game. You have the, this one out, huh? Oh. So yeah, I would say that's a really good answer. Out of 5, I would give it something similar depending on the day, but obviously just acting like it didn't happen. But obviously it's not perfect. But man, do they get a lot of stuff right in this game. Huh? I mean, they get a lot of stuff right in this game. There's tons of stuff. Too much stuff, man. I mean, when you think about it, there's a lot of stuff that they really nail. And watch it come out again. And there's a lot of stuff that they really nail. Like completely, totally nail. And one of them is kind of something I want to just bingo panda. I mean, he just every time he just wants to take a little pot shot. It doesn't matter what it is. It's just always an anger behind everything he does, man. I mean, yeah, he's just sort of hitting me in the head. Just every chance he gets, he just sort of smacks me. If you really are being serious about it, he just can't help himself. It comes so naturally to him, you know. You know, it's almost just like who he is in a certain way. Yeah. But anyway, yeah. So, gosh, it's hard to get over sometimes how fucking stupid he is. But anyway, it's good, right? I mean, there's something to be desired, I think. Whatever. You can't obviously translate what happened in history into a game completely. That wouldn't even be a good idea. That would suck. Probably. Any idea can be good. Oh, yeah? How about turning fucking gay? Yasser gets what I'm saying. They call him, you know what's weird is that, I don't know if you heard this, by the way, Bingo Panda, but they used to call him Big Yass. Guess what they're calling him today? They'd be calling him Big Ass. Anyway, no, they're not calling him Sis Yass. Anyway, what I love about this game, and this is the first positive thing I've said about it, is how, in its own way, it really does capture the experience of what history feels like pretty damn well. It's all about where you start, who you know, how many units you have, you know. And in that way, it's really, really good. The core of it is so good because everything I'm saying, even though I'm joking ever so slightly here, folks, but everything I'm saying basically translates. You know, let's just take the four main victory types, and if we have time, I'll do the last one. This is all just practice, folks. We're getting closer to the end, so I'm just doing a couple takes. Because I don't like to do takes on the show. I want to just have everything be the first thing. But I'm allowed to talk about it if it comes up naturally. Let's use this game as an example. We'll use this game as an example, right? It's the only part of the world we need to know about. I could even get closer. Computer, enhance. Okay, so anyway, so let's just get back to my example. So let's just take this part of the world for example. So let's just take this part of the world for example. This part of the world, for example, right? All right, so just zoom in a little more. Show you what I'm doing here. We'll zoom in a little more too, I think. Just get real close. Get real close. You know, this is basically the map that I'm playing on. There's many more countries in the world. This is the map, okay? What happened here? So, what happened was, as far as I understand it, so right around 300 AD, after the birth of Jesus Christ, which just so happened to be about 250 years into the Roman Empire, the true Roman Empire. Rome had split up into East and West, okay? And then everybody saw how bad things were going and all went in to attack them and get a piece of the pie. The pizza. Listen to the music. This is the music, the score that they chose to describe this situation. They could have chosen any piece from history. All the songs in this game are historically relevant and feed into what makes the game good. But all these countries started chipping away here, taking away a city here, that's another shot, a city here, that's another shot, a city here, that's another shot, city here, that's another shot. This is 12 shots just to get down the boot. Okay? We're starting here. We're going around this, getting here. Now, I had to go pretty deep to get to modern day Iran, but that's not where it actually is. It's a little deeper. The Sassanids pushed. The Sassanids actually controlled all the way up until here at a certain point in history, after the fall of the Roman Empire. They came in and they claimed a lot of this. Imagine if they had all this, they would have had the most important parts of Egypt. They would have been so close to you know where. And then yeah, I'm explaining, Bingo Panda. You asked me a great question. Why did I go this way? And as I explained before, now that I have the full map, it makes it so much easier to show. But look, down this way, you know what I mean? Just cut through what is today France. You know, this is the basic idea. We start here, we have to make it here. You can't go this way. That's fucking stupid. You're trying to make it to water as fast as possible. Because is a ship or a man faster? Bingo Panda. Okay. Anyway, a ship is faster than a man. Moving through land, with certain exceptions, is almost always slower than moving across water, in life and in the game. Water has no terrain. There's no mountains. There's no hills. There's no desert. Okay? Rome, in this case, for lack of a better term, Western Roma, had many fewer important outposts comparatively to all this activity, because to physically control this, all they had to do was control this, which has always been a crazy region to talk about. So they didn't really need too many other bases because they were covered this whole peninsula from here. What's this touching? Morocco. Shouts out to Big Ass. But making a ship required more turns. I mean, I would have to check, but we didn't make any ships. Most of the ships you've seen in this game have been given to us at the start of the match. And the start of the match is the most important point of why I chose to do it this way. You're starting here, you need to get here. You go, okay, go down here and go this way. Well, you can't. I tried it. It might still work and I just messed it up, but whatever. I have ships anyway. I only have 70 turns. There's only two things you can do with the ships. Basically. Use them or not use them. That's the choice. If you don't use them, what are you going to use them for? They're just laying around doing nothing. There's all these coastal cities that you can take with ships. Inland, you can't take with ships. So you have your military attack the land on these coastal cities. You have your navy attack the city as well, and any ships that are attacking your land units, because land units can't do anything to naval units in the water. And you start here and you bombard this, and you bombard this, and you bombard this, and you bombard this, and you wish you could just pass right through. You wish. But you can't. Because these fucking guys are in the way. And it's a pretty little piece of land. I mean, can I show it to you? Can I show you what we just acquired here? Do you want to see what we got? You want to see it? Our new city that we just got. I worked hard for it. And I'm not burning it down. It's staying part of the empire. Couldn't if I wanted to. Dude, can I tell you something about, now that we're talking about Persia for a second? Damn, I was playing a multiplayer game off stream. Holy shit, this Persian player kicked my ass. He kicked everybody's ass. Couldn't believe it. It was stunning. Persia #1, bro. Want to see the The city? That I just got. Yasser's home turf. More like big ass. Want to see it? Do you want to see the city? Okay, well, I'm just going to show it to you. Since you don't look like an answer a simple fucking question. A simple fucking shadow. That's what I'm doing right now. That's what I'm doing right now. We have the same plan. That's what I'm doing. I'm going, I don't know what the camera looks like right now. It doesn't matter, but that was my plan. Yeah, you can see. That was my plan. You start here, go here, sail here, go through here. Right, well, not all of Morocco, just the tip here, because I can't get through the strait without beating them. If I don't beat them, listen, we might not have to take Kaputbada. We might not have to. It might be possible. But I don't think it is, and I don't think it's smart for multiple reasons. Because the whole point of this entire thing that we've been doing is because we have to start with these stupid ships anyway. We bring the ships down with us. And now we can pass through. When my units are sailing, they're vulnerable anyway. I do all this going through the mainland. My troops are fucked up. They go into the water here. They're ships from the enemy. I need to use them. Can't fucking go this way, obviously. They have to go this way. This is the only use for these ships. There's only 5 of them. But it's not 1. Kind of useless. Almost. It's 5. It's like a good amount. And they take these cities really fast along this coast. And the only way to get those ships all the way to where I'm going is if we kill these cities along this coast. Go to Ocean? This way? We still can't get the ships through. We have to get the ships through. Morocco, at the time, happened to, being controlled by a group called the Vandals, happened to have their capital city on the coast. Now, if you've ever played Civilization 5, Sid Meier's, the Brave New World expansion pack, you know what a blessing and a curse a coastal capital is. On the one hand, it's a dream. Are you fucking kidding me? I get access to Aurora. I'm not landlocked, which is also a curse and a blessing. Meaning, I can sail outside of my own country rather than needing to walk through other land to leave my country. And your capital city is almost always your most productive, your most populated. Not always. There's some great exceptions out there that I've played on my channel. But I'm saying you can't get the ships through this, can you? It's land. The only way to do it is go this way. It's a pretty little capital. Can I show you what it looks like? It's a capital city. Can I show you? I take a look at our spoils of war that we got here. I take a look at peep at our new car. See what's going on. Let's just see. I mean, first of all, you get a lot of money for capturing capitals. And you get a lot of other stuff too. By capturing his capital, we've neutralized him, essentially. You want to take a look at our new city that we just acquired? By burning it down and sacking it and killing a bunch of people in it and taking it over? I'm sorry, Bingo Panda, you're going to have to rephrase what you just said. You're going to have to rephrase it. Anyway. So, well, my whole army, all of my military units, every single one, can go into the water as well. I don't think that this challenge specifically that I'm doing right now, which is called, I skipped that day in history class. That's the achievement right now that we're going after. And it's called that because it didn't happen and doesn't make any sense. I think. I don't look these things up, folks. I don't know. I have to say, I think about civilization because, and the game acknowledges this too, you can't really actually say, you can't like say certain things about history. You know what I mean? So they go like, hey, this is just fiction. Everything about this is fiction. But anyway, that never happened in the conquest of Rome or otherwise. These people were called the Celts at the time. They didn't, however, get to what is now Iran and take a city or do anything. This map is specifically like, do something crazy, do something that's really hard. It's like, okay, well, try to cut through, didn't work. I already said this, but so now we're going around. And we took not all of Morocco, dude, just one city. This is like real life. Imagine, you live in Canada. Imagine, What's a good example? I mean, imagine somebody took over Ottawa militarily. Fucking crazy. What are you talking about? Ottawa, the whole thing. Yeah, Ottawa, the whole city. You know? And you have Kaput Vada is their Ottawa. So I've just gotten a huge asset. Okay, do you want, okay, whatever I want, here we go. Okay. So let me show you guys. Let me show you this. I want to show you what, I want to show the kid what I got. I want to show the kid what I got. Look at that. Check this out. Bingo Panda, I think even you will like this. That's how much I think it's gonna, you're gonna be like, what? I'm gonna say, no word. You're gonna literally scream. You're gonna scream at the top of your lung. You're going to scream at me. You're going to scream at me, aren't you? You're going to scream at me, aren't you? Okay. The angle is, you know, what it is. If it's impossible to see, let me know. Check 1, 2. Check. Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2. All right. Anyway, okay. Take a look at this big city shit. Look at this big city shit. Let's take a look at this big city shit. Ooh. That's a big city shit. No, that's a big city shitty. Okay, so this is Kaput Vada, or however the fuck you say it. And this is the big moment, folks. This is what we have built up to. So this is the end game of this plan, which may or may not be a good idea. I do not know. I do not have any idea at all. I don't know. But this is my plan, and I'm sticking with it. You start. I've started, so I have to finish. I've explored the possibility that this is correct now, and I think it might be correct. It might be correct. If anybody ever asks me why I didn't record Civilization 5 as a game on this channel, you can send them this video. Just go here and just drop it real fast. Wait, how come RC like didn't record from like the rest of the show? Like, why are they streams? And just show them this video. Anyway. So this is the city. This is the city here. We're going to create a puppet. What does creating a puppet do that's different from annexing a city? When you annex a city, you take control of it immediately. You decide what it does immediately. As a penalty, you lose 9 happiness. We have 21. Creating a puppet means we increase our unhappiness, thereby decreasing our happiness by 6. So 3 less. But as long as it is a puppet, you can't control what it creates. You also do not incur the same amount of penalty that you lose when you annex a city, because annexed cities increase your the amount of time it takes to enact social change, and also adds more population as well, which also increases the unhappiness. But we are going to view the city here. So this is Kaput Bada. It is, of course, on the northern coast of Africa. And unfortunately, but fortunately for this playthrough, just didn't quite connect. There's a little bay, little tiny thing that enters into here that we can motherfucking access, if you know what I mean. All right, check this out. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to create a puppet here because the doesn't really even matter. So no. But I do want to save before I make that decision. And I'll save after. So this is the big file. So we're going to, because we're going to have to basically make this 4444. I mean, that's perfect. Jamon. All right, boys. So, yeah, we whittled him down to nothing, man. We whittled him down to nothing. That boy was lucky to be alive. Lucky I don't come after him in this timeline. So, we have this huge advantage now of having a defended from multiple angles, fairly geographically relevant former capital city that we can build out of in 4 more turns. So let's send you heal. And yeah, I saved, so we're good to just push forward here. Great general is near. Scary. So definitely going to do the wily veterans. This is now a worthwhile trade. Just so I don't get fucked with. Fuck with it. All that for that. So What are we buying with our last gold? I think we're doing one more guy who's not even going to get here in time. I think that's what we're doing. Because this is now not mattering, pretty much. Like how are we looking on the timing of this? 15. That's the amount of turns that it's going to take to get to our new spot. So there's no more now. It's all done now. Our healthiest guys kind of just do need to go. Green means go. That's what I've always said that. That's 3 turns. Anyway. Well, you're yellow, but you're not. You're getting in that fucking water. Splash, I was taking a bath. Okay, here we go. Here we go. It's like we can just go 14 turns. Not gonna make it. Okay, watch this. But watch this, though. I guess. What is the right play? 3. Culture. Never gonna make it. Culture's bottom. I think this. I don't know. I don't know. Should we have built barracks? That's the question. One must always ask himself. Apparently they had a nice little juicy little number anyway from me. So I didn't need to go through all that effort. Sometime the universe give it to you, bro. No, but sometime the universe give it to you, bro. 53. Boarding party. I mean... Huh? What? Huh? What? Huh? What? What? Huh? Huh? What? Huh? What? Huh? What? Huh? What? Huh? Huh? What? Huh? Okay, well, wait, hold on. I just want to look. Since this is what's going on now to me, since this is what's happening to me now, just for fun, just to show him who's boss. Anyway, oops. Hold on. Ja. Okay. All right. Bye, stupid. Hate you so much. Don't. Did you see what happened? Did everybody see that? Now, why in the world would you do that? Don't do that. Do not do that again, or I'm ending the stream. And you're gonna have to watch more Civilization 5, Sid Meier's, with the Brave New World expansion pack. So be careful. All right. Anyway, back to the game. He surely won't. Okay. All right. Now keep being funny, bro. Keep being funny, bro. Try, be funny again, man. You're the funny comedian of the group, huh? Not fucking funny, bro. It's not funny. Don't do that again.